so much history, so much tradition getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. Oh, a dangerous return,
This nigga ran the kickoff.
and a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Oh, the Steelers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris.
He scored one play, 90 yards.
Now he breaks
He
free
caught
in
it
the
there.
middle of the field. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
Watson changing the play.
How the fuck did he do that?
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the 1st down before he's
This
tackled
nigga made
at the
his
12.
tight end and his offensive
3
lineman
yards there,
short
good enough
sides.
to keep the drive moving.
How the hell did he do
And a
that?
chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Watson now going to run the option right. And he's going to take it in for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, touchdown.
He keep running. He ain't passing the ball.
Steelers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
So now I know how to play him.
Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
I think that's the only John that's in another county. I don't want to go back to work tomorrow.
Love going to break the huddle and lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at the Steeler defense, and they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead.
The pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Pat O'Donnell coming out for Green Bay on 4th down.
Back deep, Patrick Peterson. This is taken at the 23.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. A shotgun snap for Watson.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And this will be taken at the 13. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you...
He's got him in, complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Packers.
Tyquan Thornton.
82 yards.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Steelers at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Watson, option left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. You look at this Packers defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 7-7, our score after 1. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll try the air now with Watson.
Let me get that.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, there's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
I gotta give Jordan Love better.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Love. Yeah, this pass
Stop that shit, man.
That was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's got some space here.
Oh, this nigga, you don't run for 200 and lose that shit crazy.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Watson off play action. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. Oh, he sheds himself free.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. McFarland running out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Watson, he's going to move him around. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to get that to his running back.
Oh, shit, man.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They hand this off to Harris, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Preston Smith there on the stop.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
2nd and 9. Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Number 2.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all.
I really don't know
we
what
feel
these
that
niggas
way.
is doing, Buddha.
I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the
These
key
bum-ass
leaders in
niggas
the
on my
locker room.
team.
They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Play fake. Here's Love.
This nigga Jordan Love is 2 for 7.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Love.
Hey, oh my God,
It's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And what a return as he brings us all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
They'll run with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 97 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball away, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
That's because, you know why, though? I got so used to playing with a quarterback with that hot route shit. It be like I can't play without it.
About set to get this drive started. The Green
Bay
offense at the line.
Last man, it was
backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Going up top.
He dropped that shit to the fucking bomb, man.
Speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball.
These niggas is missing. If y'all see the shit that these niggas is dropping, bro.
Play action this time with Love.
Look, wide open in this fucking game.
Seconds now.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Love. Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second down, Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. To throw now. Here's Love. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
Man, they took a bunch of my plays too off of this John last man. From last man.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. A quick throw there is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On second down, it's Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, a terrible towel is in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Love, they go play action now.
This nigga hard the fuck out. Man.
standpoint, and numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and he's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that has to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing up his accuracy.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Watson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Like two different shoes on.
Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Look, he just stripped me. Oh my God.
Picked up by the Steelers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Watson going to change the look here.
On the ground, it's Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
He up, but I just missed the field goal, and then I just drove all the way down the field, and this nigga stripped me. Come on, now he's trying to waste the clock. Like, it's only the fucking 3rd quarter. He's trying to waste the clock.
He's going to field this at the 4.
Bro, how do you
Call that
catch
49
me
yards on the punt, then you get 7 back on the return. And the Packer drive will start from
like
deep
the
in their
cornerback,
own
DJ
territory
Turner.
with a 1st and 10.
Nah, I traded him for him. And Alexander be getting smoked.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown!
I just scored a touchdown bomb.
Tyquan Thornton with his second touchdown of the game.
Not even that. When you a 92 speed, niggas got Jamison Williams in the same division with a 98 speed.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Like 190.
Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full...
And this will be caught at the 30.
Bro, this ass fucking camera shit, man.
Najee Harris, 67 yards. And the Steelers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown to retake the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
They still only got Brock Purdy. Like he's gonna get
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake, Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Love now to pass on first down. The try. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Love looking to throw it. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
What was this offense at the beginning?
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Harris going to get it again on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
I had to light down there.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at about the 14. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And they will take over first and 10.
Oh, that might be game. Now I score right here. That's game.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is,
I went to usually, you know how you run a ball carrier, you can make it put it on conservative so that it ain't fumble and shit. But I just found out, bro, I was wondering why that shit was always happening. When you put it on conservative, that's why the niggas don't be juking and shit.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell
I
3
never
times
knew that,
with
though.
passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Carlson's extra point.
Just because I always make my adjustments You ain't about to keep running the ball on me. I'm thinking that's gonna work.
So after
I told you he was gonna run for 200 and still lose. No, he got 17. That nigga,
and they'll get him down right around the 25,
well
actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And I got shit bad as fuck. Pause this jump.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll start by running the option to the right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield,
oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
Yep.
And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Touchdown. Aaron Jones finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
I think I'm 4-4 in this league. I'm only, I swear, watch after, I'm gonna give it to next season.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away.
Love, nice.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
And now Watson throws another interception. Down the sideline he goes.
42-17, brother.
It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Steelers 17.
So you can pay your
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A loss of 13 yards brings up 3rd down.
Watson now to throw. Johnson's got it complete. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up the 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
One last throw here for Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both